Hi, I'm Fabiola, and I was diagnosed with a condition, Hereditary Spastic Paraplegia. I just found after, being diagnosed, I just progressed, in the fashion that condition would be, but I just didn't want to, I couldn't continue that way. I just couldn't, there was nothing to look forward to anymore. I needed something to help me, to free me, to build some strength in my legs because my toes were dragging, my feet were not as strong. Dug deep and discovered Ken NeuroPhysics and made the call and enrolled, and I was out here a month or two later, the next available. Diagnosed 2011 and came out about 2017 or 16 to see Ken. So in between that, tried all sorts of things, but I never got the help. I never got that progression or that outcome until seeing Ken. It was like, boof, it was amazing. It was great. The things that I did and implemented myself, like the Pilates or the training, personal training or hydrotherapy, made me feel okay. But it wasn't until I came through to neurophysics that as I said, just kind of this wow moment came through where it just rewound time for me. It rewound time, and I was in my strength. It just felt so amazing. And that was my first session with Ken, a few years ago. I remember being with my husband, Spiro. We happened to be out shopping, I think the third or fourth day, and he said, "Hun, your foot's not dragging," or I can't hear it, because you usually kind of hear a bit of a sort of a scrape. And he just said, "It's like perfect, it's equal as the other one." And it made me feel so much better. I remember even the photos at that time, I was glowing, just glowing, because when you're in that system, I just find that the doctors and specialists want to tell you that it'll only get, and it's their story, where it's going and I just don't want to hear any of that, because I have hope for wellness and hope for strength. That's my personal hope, and I don't want to go by their view of where it will lead to, because it's always something nothing to look forward to. So Ken and neurophysics aligned with my belief system of strength and getting well and just building back to the best you can be. So I went back home and I didn't make contact with the lovely Frank initially, and then I did about a month later. And then I went out there and trained 3 days, sometimes 4 days a week. And it was really great just to be a part of that system again of wellness, where it's about progression. That's what I love about neurophysics. It's about progressing you. So I just know that if I'm not doing it, well, when I do it, I feel much better with strength and mobility. So it's been like a year and a bit, and I've been without the neurophysics training. And I've got a lovely trainer, Matt, that I work with, like a personal trainer. He's really wonderful, but I've been sharing about the neurophysics side with him. That year and a bit has been really tough because I had many falls, and like my demise, I just felt like this regression, and it was terrible. And even though I was working with my beautiful trainer, which was excellent, because it would have been worse, but I knew I needed that neurophysics training back, and that's what that urgency of coming through again, and this time coming for the 3 weeks, which can kind of embed a lot more within me. But yeah, so I did my 1 week with Ken again. 1 week with Ken. I found there were some newer ailments physically that I kind of, sort of trying to work with. I know it's a whole system that's been corrected, but I feel like 5 years ago it was a particular thing, and now it's particular and plus. So I did my intensive with Ken, and it was just wonderful. Again, like Ken's words, is like hypnosis for me. So I was, enriching myself with that, because it does work. It does, once you can sort of, it's the dialogue internally, I feel, that creates the outcome. And so just hearing a lot more of that was enabling me to channel that frequency to better everything. So I had a really wonderful first week, and in the second week I'm doing work with Nikki, with the beautiful Nikki. So it felt different to the first time I was here. So I still remembered particular postures and movements, and where the first time it's about teaching you. So they are machines in a gym, but you hold the machines, the weights differently, and yourself differently. So I'd recalled a lot of that, but was corrected as well, which is wonderful. I've gained again, that word hope, but it's this new vision, because you do hope for things, but coming here puts that into motion. It puts it into the physical form where you see your breakthroughs. I see my breakthroughs. I see my, progressions. If I kind of think, oh, well, I'm still kind of walking the same way, but if I break it down, there are so many little improvements that have happened along the way. Wherever you feel you've been told will only get worse, or will not be fixed, or will not be healed, don't listen to that. Just come forward and get in touch with Ken and Nikki, and start that touch point and put it into action by coming through. And I really feel passionate about quality of life and people healing.